Judas is a fucking dickhead. He's like mad disrespectful. He'll always come over and smoke all my weed and change the TV channels. He normally ends up stealing something too while he's over. So one day Judas is over and I'm trying to watch Shark Week because I fucking love sharks, and he keeps put on Naked and Afraid. Fucking put Shark Week back on, Judas. Such a fucking dumb premise. 2 people get dropped off naked in the wilderness and have to survive for a month. Like, I don't really want to see anybody naked. Judas, give me the remote. Give me the remote, Judas. Change the fucking channel. I want to watch Shark Week. Give me the fucking remote, Judas. Judas, you took the fucking double A's out, you idiot! So then I turn to Judas and I say, Judas, if you were on Naked and Afraid and you had your one item that you could bring with you, what would it be? Hey, shut the fuck up. You don't even have anything anyways. I would probably bring my Xbox. No, because then I need a controller. I'd probably just bring a big jar of weed. Don't fucking look at me like that, Judas. It was just like a normal night. Like, we kept watching TV. I don't know what was on after that because I blacked out, of course. Next thing you know, I fucking wake up. I'm like, where the fuck am I? And I look over at Judas. I'm like, why are you naked? And I look down at myself. I'm like, why am I naked? And I'm like, Judas! All right, so now the situation is I'm naked on the beach. I have absolutely nothing except this big jar of weed. And I look over at Judas, and of course his one item is a hiking backpack, like you fucking idiot. And I'm just burning on this fucking dickhead because who the hell brings a backpack when you can only have one item? And next thing you know, I turn around and he's fucking getting dressed. I'm like, hey, what the hell? You brought clothes? Where are my clothes? Judas, did you bring any clothes for me? First thing coming out, realizing the situation, I want to just fucking go and blaze. So I grabbed my jar of weed and then I realized, like, I don't have anywhere to smoke this shit. I started getting hungry, so I found a fish trap. Didn't work very well, so I started spear fishing. And luckily I caught a crab. I'm pretty good at things that I try. I tried the crab, it was fucking putrid. Luckily I found a trench coat in a tree. Judas keeps pulling shit out of his backpack, like little Benenst. He has a fucking metal detector. First things first, me and Judas knew we were gonna build a new house for ourselves. So we started grabbing driftwood off the beach. So the fort was finished. I didn't want to go in the fort first. Judas went in the fort first and was like, I'm not fucking going anywhere. And I'm like, yeah, you are going anywhere. Like, I made this too, this is our house. I start shaking the fort. So I'm just standing there, I'm just shaking the fort. And the next thing you know, the whole fort just fucking collapses. And I'm like, well, Judas just ruined it for everybody. All right, so after our little disagreement on the beach, Judas disappears and I can't find him anywhere. And I'm looking all over for him. I'm like, Judas, where'd you go? Oh yeah, duh, like where is he usually? He's probably just like off in some corner, like being mad fucking sketchy, smoking my weed. Judas! Next thing you know, I see a tent. Excuse me, is anybody in here? So I walk up to the tent and knock on the door. Little do I know, fucking Judas pops his head out. Judas? Where the fuck did you get a tent from? Oh, this fucking dickhead had a backpack in his tent the whole time. So I'm like, all right, Judas, like, I'm really so sorry about what happened on the beach earlier. Can I please just get in your tent? And he's like, no. Judas! Judas, I'm sorry. And then next thing you know, it transitions into the scariest night of my fucking life. I'm walking around the woods at night and I'm scared. I'm so fucking scared, to be honest. Next thing that happened was it was morning. Judas, I'm so sorry. Last night was the most terrified I've ever been in my life. Can we agree that... Judas? Judas, are you in there? He's not there. He's not anywhere. And Judas doesn't leave his glasses anywhere. He's blind as a bitch. Plus, what makes it even more crazy is every time me and Judas hangs out, he always steals something of mine and he always gives me a kiss. And like, I didn't have anything stolen from me. And like, I didn't get a kiss. So like, maybe something bad did happen to Judas. I was lucky enough to find Judas's metal detector in his tent, so I figured that I'll just go off and start looking for him because he's got to be somewhere, right? I'm on the beach looking through the rocks, and next thing you know, I find an Xbox controller. I'm like, how the fuck is there an Xbox controller on this island? But I'll take it. And then next thing you know, I find a TV. Truth be told, the next thing I found on the beach was a fucking Xbox. I was able to find an old generator on the island too, so I hooked an extension cord up to it. As a matter of fact, it started working. Oh shit, we got power. But the only problem was that I didn't have anybody to play a video game with. I went for a walk on the beach and I found Judas. He's just lying down on the beach, ready to play some Xbox. So I bring him back to camp and put his glasses on him. And then I realized that the fucking idiot forgot to bring the HDMI. Judas, you forgot the HDMI cord, you fucking dickhead. What, like what's even going on, Judas? What's the status of our friendship? What video game are we about to play? Where did you take? What did we take? What's the next step, Judas? I wanna know what's going on. What? Ooh, Judas, I think you megadosed me. I'm pretty sure Judas died at this point. I can't remember what it's like to smoke weed anymore. I don't know what I'm doing out here anymore. I mean, I was like ready to kill myself like as soon as I can figure it out. And I'm looking out at the sunset and then I see a boat and I'm like, oh my God, that's a fucking boat. That was when a lot of emotions like started coming up inside of me. Maybe I will play Xbox one more time. And then I fucking get all the way home. Oh my God, I finally made it home, Jesus. And I open my door and Judas is sitting there. Judas? And I'm like, Judas, you made it back. And then he gets up and he walks over to me and he gives me a kiss on my cheek. And then as soon as Judas gives me that kiss, I just, through my mind, it flashes and it just clicked. And I realized, Judas, you fucking dickhead, you did all of this. You didn't want one of my stuff, you wanted all my shit.